friends, a very good morning to all of you. This week, we'll study the impact of the government policy on the general insurance industry. Today, the general insurance industry and its workforce are facing multiple challenges. But the two most important challenges are the policy of privatization of the government, and secondly, the government denying the general insurance employees a wage revision which is due from 1/8/2017. Now, general insurance industry plays a very important role in the national economy. It gives confidence to the businesses to take risks, and it also covers the risk on the assets, and by doing so it expands the economic activities. Secondly, a general insurance also plays a vital role in the expansion of trade and commerce, especially relating to exports and imports. Therefore, considering the importance of this industry in the national economy, in 1971, the general insurance business was nationalized. 4 companies were created, and GIC was created as a holding company. Now, before the nationalization, the main focus of business of all the private sector was on corporate businesses. No attention was given to the rural areas. No attention was given to cover the risk of the assets of the small stakeholders in Indian economy. And the only 2 forms of businesses that were being done was the corporate business insurances, and secondly the motor vehicle insurances. But after nationalization, the public sector general insurance industry created a huge awareness about the insurance. It spread to the rural areas. What was unthinkable, like hut insurance, cattle insurance, the development of the crop insurance schemes, the development of the health insurance, all this came about after the nationalization, and it created a huge benefit for the national economy. Secondly, the general insurance was also making contribution to the planned development of the national economy. The public sector general insurance companies have got assets in excess of around 2 lakh crores, and its investments in the infrastructure of the Indian economy exceeds around 65,000 crores, and these are significant achievements of the public sector general insurance industry. But there was pressure on the government of India starting from 1991, and in 1997 the government of India entered into an agreement to liberalize the financial sector and the financial services under General Agreement on Trade and Services. So this created a platform for the government to start the policies of weakening the public sector, giving greater space to the private sector, and ultimately think in terms of privatizing the entire public sector institutions. Recently, the government has brought a policy which is called as Public Enterprises Policy. Under these policies, the public sector units have been categorized as strategic and non-strategic. And the government has said all the public sector enterprises which come under non-strategic sector, they are going to be sold outright. And those companies which come under strategic sector, the government will try to maintain a minimum presence in those industries. Insurance, banking, and the other financial services come under the strategic sector. The government announced in the parliament that it wants to sell one public sector general insurance company, and in order to arm itself with the legal procedures, it brought a General Insurance Business Nationalization Amendment Act. And according to that, the guarantee which the government gave that it will retain 51% stake in the public sector general insurance company, the government has gone back. And it says that it intends to reduce its holding in the public sector insurance industry below 51%, which automatically means that it wants to privatize the public sector insurance industry. It may be one company now, but in due course, the entire sector will be privatized. Already, the New India, around 14% of its shares have been sold in the market. GIC Re, similarly, around 14% of its share also been sold in the market. The government is still to identify which general insurance company they want to privatize. But all indications are available that it could be the new United India and the other companies, the National, Oriental, then the New India, they cannot escape the policy of the privatization. In due course, these companies are also going to be privatized. Now the question that is before us, we have to see whether the government sells whichever company it chooses outright, and it will sell the majority stake and continue to retain a minority stake in that general insurance company. That only time will say it. But the intention of the government is very clear that it wants to privatize. But to privatize, the government has been arguing that the general insurance is not performing well, that the insurance penetration of the general insurance is very low, and therefore it is necessary that we need to privatize this industry. But this is a argument which is not true, because general insurance expands along with the industrialization of the economy. And to give you one example, Maharashtra today contributes 22% of the total premium for the general insurance industry, because it is the most advanced industrialized state. And the top 5 industrialized states in this country contribute more than 50% of the premium income that the general insurance industry generates. So industrialization, the rapid industrialization is necessary, expansion of the businesses is necessary, expansion of the assets is necessary, then only the general insurance industry grows. But nevertheless, general insurance industry has performed extremely well. It has outgrown the GDP. It has outperformed the industrial growth. It has outperformed the services growth. And therefore, it is very important that the industry which is contributing enormously to the national development and which is giving certain assurances to the bottom of the pyramid of our population who are in the rural areas, because today as much as 25% of the businesses of the general insurance come from the rural areas. So that has to be protected. It is the policies of the government which is creating problem for the general insurance. Number one, there are social insurances which are loss making. Take the case of this accident insurance. 12 rupees is the premium. The premium that we get is much less than the amount of claims that we settle. The government arbitrarily fixed a premium rate. It does not fill the gap of the claims and the premium, and automatically the general insurance industry has to undergo the losses. Take the other type of insurances. The government never allows the general insurance industry to increase the premium for the third party insurances in the motor insurance because of the strong lobby of the transport sector. So it is the policy of the government rather than the failing of the general insurance industry if at all it is in some difficult situation. We have campaigned, and congratulations to the general insurance employees, that despite the fact that they are just under 60,000 in the entire workforce of India, through their campaign, they could create a kind of a situation that united the entire opposition. And on 11th of August, we saw in the parliament, in the Rajya Sabha, how the entire opposition came together to fight the government on the issue of the General Insurance Business Nationalization Amendment Act. They wanted the bill to be referred to the Select Committee. The government, with the brute majority, both inside the House and by taking the help of the marshals from outside, ensured the passage of that bill. But the struggle continues, and it gives an immense confidence to the people that on the issue of the general insurance, the entire opposition united. And even today, 12 opposition members who have been undemocratically suspended from the House for a whole session, they are sitting on dharna and they are refusing to apologize and saying that we defended the national interest, we defended the national sovereignty because the General Insurance Business Nationalization Amendment Bill is disastrous to the national economy. And therefore, we need to build up the democratic opinion, go to the people, go for a campaign, build up a campaign and fight the government every inch of the battle, because we are convinced that general insurance is important for the economic development of the country. The public sector is important to implement certain social insurances in this country. Public sector is also important to give the assurances to those people who are in the bottom of the pyramid among the Indian population. So this struggle against the policy of privatization has to continue. The second issue is the issue of wage revision. The wage revision in the general insurance industry fell due on 1/8/2017. Why the government is not settling this issue? The trade unions in the general insurance were called for exploratory talk in 2019. At that time, the chairman of the GIPSA and all the other CMDs of the general insurance companies, including the CMD of the GIC Re, they said, we have the capacity to give a good wage revision. And they assured the trade unions that whatever comes about in LIC, the general insurance employees will also get it. So the agreement has taken place in LIC. The bank employees have got a settlement. The Reserve Bank employees have got a settlement. Why are you denying this settlement, a fair settlement to the general insurance employees, when the GIPSA says that it is capable of meeting the additional cost? Why? We see, and we are absolutely convinced, that when we live in a capitalist society, the biggest struggle of the working class is on the issue of wages. And wage struggle is the real class struggle in a capitalist society, because wage has got a relationship between profit and what you pay to the workers. And if profits have to increase, the wages have to be brought down. If the wages go up, the profits will come down. So this is a very serious battle in a class divided society, in a capitalist society. So we are asking the question that we have done good between 2012 and 2017. The number of documents issued by the employees have increased manifold. The premium income that is generated per employee has gone up. And even after 2017, the number of policies issued have gone up, the premium income has gone up, the number of employees have come down, which shows that the productivity of the employees is at an all-time high. When the productivity of the employees is high, when employees are generating the profits, when the employees are contributing to the growth, why the employee should be denied? If at all there is a problem in the general insurance industry, it is because of the government policy. It is because the government has messed up. The government, through its policy of running the public sector institutions. Therefore, for the failure of the government, for the failure of the top brass of the general insurance companies, the employees cannot be penalized. The employees deserve a good wage revision. They deserve a good wage revision as has been agreed upon in LIC. Historically, the wage revision in LIC and the public sector general insurance industry has been identical. It is a happy agree that all the trade unions have come together. We have had a serious battle on this issue. We have gone through strike actions. We have gone through sit-in dharna. We have gone through hunger strike. But that has not moved the government. And a time has come when the united platform of general insurance employees had to decide a time frame under which the wage issue has to be settled. And in the next few days, if no development takes place on that, this joint platform must decide on intensification of the struggle. The dharnas, the 1 hour strike, all this is not going to help. What is required is to bring the general insurance industry, the public sector general insurance industry, to a total standstill. Only then the government would move. And if the government, through our campaign, the government still continues to test our patience, in the next few days, the joint forum of the trade unions in the general insurance industry had to decide on intensification of the struggle. And once the struggle is intensified, because wage demand is a legitimate demand, we have produced more, we should get a good compensation. And I am sure that given our determination, given our preparedness for the struggle, if we can bring the general insurance industry to a standstill, we will get a fair settlement, a good settlement on par with LIC. So next week, we will study the issue of growth versus welfare, because growth automatically does not translate into welfare. And 2 days back, World Inequality Report also has come, and it has termed India as one of the most unequal society in the world. So we will study the implication of that next week. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.